The dark side of believing in innate talent. Is your child gifted by genes or trained to excel? The secret to helping your child master any skill. Welcome, dear parents, to today's program. Many of us, when we see a child who is quick, sharp, and grasps things effortlessly, immediately think, wow, this child has potential, a true natural talent. But is that always the case? Is innate talent really everything when it comes to our children's success? In this discussion, we'll explore a fascinating perspective. First, we'll examine how overemphasizing innate talent can unintentionally create barriers for children, causing some to be overly praised while others feel discouraged. More importantly, we'll dive into a method called deliberate practice, the golden key that can significantly enhance our children's learning efficiency and help them conquer any skill. Let's get started. Belief in innate talent, right or wrong? So, is this widespread belief in innate talent entirely accurate? Let's take a closer look. Consider chess. For example, many assume that children with high IQs can easily learn and memorize the rules, quickly devising winning strategies. This might hold true initially. However, recent studies reveal something surprising. The most critical factor in predicting a child's chess skills over time isn't IQ but the total time and level of focus they dedicate to practice. The same applies to math. From preschool age, if children are exposed to numbers and basic math concepts through games or engaging activities, they'll find math much easier and approach it with greater confidence when they enter school. It's time we acknowledge that consistent practice, real-world experience, and regular effort are the true keys to helping children excel in any field. Overemphasizing or solely believing in innate talent can lead to unexpected harm. First, it can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Imagine a classroom where children who grasp math a bit faster are often praised by teachers and parents as gifted in math, while others, who may just need a little more time, are unintentionally labeled as not math inclined. Over time, the gifted children receive more attention, encouragement, and perhaps advanced exercises. Naturally, they improve faster, widening the gap between them and their peers, not because of vastly different starting points, but due to differing levels of investment and expectations. Second, this belief can limit children's future career choices. Many exciting and vital professions, like engineering, physics, or data analysis, require a strong math foundation at the university level. If a child is labeled early on as not good at math, perhaps simply because they haven't found the right learning method, they may close the door to these careers later in life due to a misguided stereotype. As a result, society may miss out on countless potential talents who could have thrived and contributed to these critical fields. Traditional teaching methods, are they optimal? We're familiar with traditional learning. Teachers lecture from the front. Students listen attentively, take notes, and go home to do homework or practice as instructed. But does this approach truly unlock our children's full potential, especially in today's rapidly changing world? Let's explore a fascinating study conducted by physicist Carl Wieman and his colleagues at the University of British Columbia. In this study, they divided a large physics class into two groups. The first group learned through the traditional method we just described. The second group, however, was exposed to a more innovative approach called deliberate practice. What makes deliberate practice special? It has distinct characteristics. First, learning goals are highly specific, focusing on skills students need to master, not just theoretical knowledge. Second, it emphasizes creating strong connections between new knowledge and what students already know, weaving them into a meaningful whole rather than fragmented pieces. Finally, it involves repeated practice with continuous feedback to refine performance until the skill is mastered. The results were astonishing. Engagement and interaction in the deliberate practice classroom were nearly double that of the traditional one. Students in the deliberate practice group showed clear signs of understanding, such as nodding in agreement or displaying positive reactions during lessons. Most strikingly, the average score in the traditional class was just 41%, while the deliberate practice group scored an impressive 74%. This massive difference highlights the immense potential of this method. Deliberate practice. Where does its power lie? What makes deliberate practice so remarkably effective compared to conventional learning? Why does it yield such superior results? Two core factors stand out. The first is knowledge connectivity. In traditional teaching, concepts, rules, or facts are often absorbed in isolation, like separate islands, when students need to apply this knowledge to solve real-world problems. They struggle to recall and piece together the information effectively, which can be frustrating and discouraging. In contrast, deliberate practice avoids teaching knowledge in isolation. Instead, it connects different pieces of knowledge into a tightly knit web of understanding. Picture knowledge as Lego pieces. Traditional learning sometimes hands children individual pieces, while deliberate practice shows them the bigger picture, how the pieces fit together to form a meaningful structure. Model, or system of events, images, rules, and relationships. This approach not only deepens understanding but also enables students to apply knowledge flexibly and effectively. The second critical factor is immediate feedback. When learning a new skill, whether playing an instrument, studying a language, or solving complex math problems, mistakes are inevitable. Especially early on, what matters is receiving immediate feedback on those mistakes to make timely adjustments. It's like learning to ride a bike. If you fall and no one explains what went wrong, how can you get back up and ride correctly? After adjusting, learners try again, receive more feedback, and refine further. This cycle of trial, error, and correction repeats until the skill is mastered. Continuous feedback and adjustment help learners build accurate knowledge connections, fostering robust understanding and increasingly refined skills. System. How to practice deliberately with your child. Where to start? It may sound academic and complex, but parents can absolutely apply deliberate practice at home to support their child's learning and development journey. Let's go through a simple yet effective 3-step roadmap. Step 1. Set specific goals. The first and crucial step is to define clear, specific goals. A key difference between deliberate practice and traditional learning is its focus on skills over knowledge, emphasizing what a child can do, not just what they know. When setting goals for your child, aim for precision. For example, instead of a vague goal like improve communication skills, which is hard to measure, try something concrete like next week, my child will confidently start a conversation with a new friend in art class. The clearer the goal, the easier it is to chart the path to achieving it. Step 2. Help your child connect new and existing knowledge. When teaching something new, be it a math formula, an English vocabulary word, or a life skill, it's essential to help your child link it to what they already know or have experienced. How can you do this? One effective way is to present related problems or scenarios that encourage your child to think, explore, and solve independently. If they offer an incorrect solution, provide gentle feedback, explain, and guide them until they can solve the problem accurately on their own. This process ensures new knowledge isn't floating, but anchored to their existing knowledge, making it easier to understand and remember. Step 3. Repeat and provide feedback. The regular cycle of trying, possibly failing, receiving constructive feedback, and trying again is how children build and strengthen their knowledge connections. Don't be afraid to let your child experiment and make mistakes. Each attempt, paired with constructive feedback from parents or teachers, helps them learn and improve. This process requires patience, but the results are well worth it. As you can see, teaching through deliberate practice can significantly boost the speed and effectiveness of a child's learning. It's the key to achieving mastery in nearly any field, from music and sports to chess and seemingly dry subjects like math or physics. Most importantly, the tangible progress children make day by day or week by week becomes their greatest source of motivation, fostering a love for learning and confidence in their abilities. This means the path to mastery, often mistakenly thought to be closed to children without talent, is now wide open and within reach for all, as long as they have the right guidance and methods from parents and teachers. Thank you for listening.